So I'm back, and know what we have right off the top of the hour? Breaking news.
This is Breaking Sports News.
Powered by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
On 98.5, The Sports Hub.
NBA awards are being announced tonight, and Payton Pritchard named the Kia Sixth Man of the Year award. Again, Payton Pritchard named Sixth Man of the Year. Congratulations to Payton Pritchard. I would just like to take a victory lap. I wish I got it at 60-1, but instead we got it at 40-1 plus 4,000. If you took it, you hit big. Payton Pritchard, Sixth Man of the Year, well deserving of it, made more threes than anybody off the bench in history. The team, of course, broke a franchise record for three-pointers in a season, but Payton Pritchard has been named Sixth Man of the Year. So, add another one to the Celtics' long list of achievements for this season. This just coming out. The recipient, it's the John Havlicek Award. NBA Sixth Man of the Year to his contributions in his role. 14 points per game, almost 4 rebounds, by the way, and 3.5 assists per game. So we have that. Now, the sixth player award in Celtics history. Kevin McHale won it twice, 84-85. Bill Walton won it in 1986. If you remember, Malcolm Brogdon just a couple of years ago won it in 2023. And this year, Payton Pritchard. So a very nice list for Pritchard to be named Sixth Man of the Year. Again, I just wanted to say we gave it to you at the beginning of the year. I'll repost the article right now so you have it. But cash that slip, baby. Payton Pritchard, Sixth Man of the Year. So that's not even the opening take. We're back. We're starting hot. And where do we start? Well, the news of one Jason Tatum. I thought personally we'd be talking about the injury to Jaylen Brown in his knee. To me, he looked just fine in game one. I watched the game. But it was the Celtics' other star, Jason Tatum, who would have the injury scare. Joe Mazzulla said Jason Tatum went through some stuff at practice, listed him as day-to-day with a wrist injury. So the whole watching from afar, again, I was at a casino watching the game. I'm sitting in Mandalay Bay watching it, just after a great brunch, which I'll get to later on in the day, that I'm sure you're all looking forward to hearing about. But I was just curious why they weren't shooting threes early on. We'll get into the whole game, but it looks like there is a report today by Shams that Jason Tatum is dealing with a wrist injury. And he is now listed as doubtful for game 2 tomorrow night. So, whatever you want to believe about the injury report, is he going to play, all that, we'll get into that. My leadoff thought on it is, we've known all along, for 2 seasons now, that Jason Tatum needs wrist surgery. And the person who's been all over this, by the way, is Ramona Shelbourne. 2 years ago, I remember talking about this. Before the season started, last year, their championship year, Tatum came off the ankle injury. They reloaded. They got Kristaps Porzingis. He could have had surgery. Instead, he went for the cortisone shot. They won the NBA championship. There wasn't one mention this year about that wrist or having surgery again. Now, he could have. They won the championship. He could have had surgery. They could have cakewalked through it. He could have been ready to go for the second half. No. He did have the ankle scare, which, again, he had 2 years ago. But nobody should be surprised that Jason Tatum is dealing with some sort of wrist injury or that it got re-aggravated. He's been dealing with this for 2 seasons. Now, if you want to talk about three-point percentage or why it's low or his shooting or whatever, you can attribute it to that. You certainly can. And I know the team philosophy is shooting threes, and he wasn't great in the first game of the playoffs, and neither was truly Brown or Porzingis. But we've always known this wrist thing has been here. So I personally think he's dealing with a wrist and an ankle. Both things, I think, are happening. And are they maybe a little gamesmanship here with being doubtful on the injury report and potentially the hard foul that happened, all that? Of course. This is the Celtics. They do it. They embellish. It happens all the time. And you know what? To be truthful, I do think that there were some hard fouls here. I do. And yeah, are they embellishing? Hell yeah, they are. But everybody does this. Do I have to just, again, Celtics fans, I don't know if you've watched the Celtics Netflix documentary, but do I have to remind you that a wheelchair got brought out for Paul Pierce in the finals? But today, I got back today, okay, from Vegas. The things that I heard today regarding Jason Tatum, and I'm not calling anybody out because this happens nationally. It's just a narrative in general, but I heard it here in Boston today. The guy who just won a championship healthy hurt his ankle and lost the Game 7 when he wasn't healthy. So I do think that there's a story here. But may I remind you that I heard this stuff today. Questioning Jason Tatum's toughness. The guy plays every single game. You have to beg this guy to come out of games. But today I'm hearing about boy who cried wolf. He needs to be tougher. He's not mentally tough. Are we talking about the same guy here at Jason Tatum? This is the story of Tatum. He's not this. He's not that. He just wins. And when he's not healthy, that's the only time they've lost. So the reason why I'm bringing this up, the storyline is this. He's got a wrist injury. He's got an ankle. Jaylen Brown's dealing with a knee. Can the Celtics win a championship with their top two stars dealing with injuries? If you want to say they're not tough, I think this is the time for them to show it. I think Jason Tatum's tough. He plays every game. Dude hurt his ankle a couple of weeks, was back 2 games later. I do think he's tough. I think he's mentally tough. He might be boring. He might not shoot the 3 the way that you wanted to on a team that shoots the 3. But to call him the boy who cries wolf, I know his mom was in there saying, you want me to go to the other team? I actually like that. LeBron's mom. There's many moms. Get it? Sure. Have at it. But to question toughness, boy who cries. I couldn't believe what I was hearing today. This is Jason Tatum. Guys, Tom Brady has been listed as questionable or doubtful. He got hurt in practice once. Remember the Rex Burkhead thing? Oh, is he going to play? Blah, blah, blah. Did anybody question Tom Brady's toughness? This guy just won a championship healthy. They lost when he wasn't healthy. This is the story now of the Celtics playoff run. You wanted the story. You wanted some sort of newsworthy note to talk about to keep you interested for the playoffs. Here you go. Can Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics win a championship not being 100%? We'll leave it there at 617-779-0985. We got a full house tonight. Skaz is here. We got intern Josh here. Street Team Joe's back there as well. We got to order something tonight, man. I'm ready to go. I'm back from Vegas. Ready to lead off with the Celtics. We got breaking news. Payton Pritchard, 6th man of the year. Hope you cashed that ticket, baby. We'll go on a break. We got more on the green coming up next here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. If you like that clip, check out more videos from my show, The Joe Murray Show, here. For more Celtics analysis and opinion, hit this playlist.